Are you one of the many resolving to become not only more successful, but also happier and healthier in the new year? Well, the new book, Game Changers, it shares ways to optimize your life just in time for 2019. Two-time New York Times best-selling author and founder of Bulletproof 360, Dave Asprey, joins us now with a peek inside the pages. How are you, Dave?
I am really well, Sean.
It's great to get to talk to you. You know, everyone makes resolutions this time of year. They're focusing on that one thing they want to change. You say, why just choose one thing? You can totally re-aim your life.
It's really likely that if you choose one New Year's resolution, it's probably not going to be the one that's going to have the biggest impact on your life.
Yeah.
In fact, you're probably breaking the first law in Game Changers. Game Changers has 46 laws in it that are distilled from hundreds of interviews on Bulletproof Radio with Nobel Prize-winning scientists. Even I've interviewed the quarterback from your favorite team, Nick Foles from the Eagles.
It's all right. You know what? He did get a ring. He's a good interview.
He got a ring, and he's a fantastic human being.
Yeah.
But I've also interviewed Tony Robbins and Brendan Burchard and Jack Canfield from Chicken Soup for the Soul and John Gray from the Mars and Venus and all these other people.
Wow.
And I asked them not, what is your work about? But how did you get to be who you are today? 3 most important pieces of advice, only 3 from your entire life. And when you look at what any one of those people did, their advice might work for you, it might not.
Yeah.
But when you look at what hundreds of people like that have done, and you look for commonalities, and you use a statistician to boil it out, you come up with an amazing set of laws. And the first law in the book is use the power of no, which is that idea of focusing on your strengths and not spending your time on weaknesses. Most New Year's resolutions, people are saying, I'm weak at this. I'm going to put all my effort into the thing that I don't like, that doesn't give me energy. Do you ever wonder why you fail at that? Well, that's why. The people who win, they don't do that.
Yep.
They focus on the stuff that gives them more energy than they put into it.
Wow, it really, it's totally true. And by the way, you're mentioning all the authors that are inside this book. Like, it's almost as if you put all the best books in this category and you distilled them down, you keep getting it lower, and now you've super concentrated it into this book. Like, this has all the advice.
You know, Sean, I've lost 100 pounds. I've been to Tibet and studied meditation with the masters.
Wow.
I spent 20 years doing personal development. I would have liked to just have one book that had all that stuff in it so I could pick the most important things first instead of on this meandering path. This is that book. If I'd had this when I was 20, it would have saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars and tens of thousands of hours of effort if I just would have picked the right laws and tried that first. And a little bit of frustration is behind that, but this is meant to be a gift for people.
Absolutely, it certainly seems to be. I mean, the one thing that kind of frustrates me with New Year's resolutions is people, they're almost saying, well, I'll wait another few weeks to start it, and then they'll start it on New Year's Day, and they kind of flutter off after about a few weeks or maybe a month or two. What do you think it is, the thing that stops people from trying to change their lives for the better?
Almost everyone fails in a New Year's resolution because they're focusing on that weakness. They didn't realize that the thing that makes people succeed at these resolutions is actually happiness. The people in Game Changers, they focused on things that make them smarter, things that make them faster, and things that make them happier. Not one person who answered these questions ever said money, fame, or power.
Yeah.
Those are byproducts of focusing on what they're good at, focusing on the things that make them happy. So if you set a New Year's resolution, do something that you love to do, it's a lot easier to do that. And there are other things in the book around removing things that just waste your energy and your time that can just make you too tired even to do the things you love. I dealt with that in spades when I was fat, when I was having brain fog, and I'm lucky to have fixed that. And I'll tell you, the number one thing that these people talked about was food. They don't all agree on what to eat, but they'll tell you if they don't eat the food that makes them feel good, they are not at the top of the game. They simply don't achieve. So this is not a book about food. It just says if you haven't hit that one first, maybe your New Year's resolution ought to be skip the French fries. You can do that.
Well, that's going to be a tough one, Dave, but I will try. Dave, it's a pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. The book is in bookstores now. Game Changers. Pick it up. It is the most distilled knowledge I know how to offer you.
Absolutely. You see the website right there on your screen. Game Changers. What leaders, innovators, and mavericks do to win at life. It's available wherever books are sold. You can just head to the website on your screen for more information. Harper Wave is a proud sponsor of The Morning Blend.